So here's another example of mimicking from an original text to come up with a text of your own. This is part 3 of A Winter's Child being converted into a Summer's Child. The original says, "I want winter to go on forever," cried the boy. They played all day until Tom heard his mother calling him home. "I have to go now," he said sadly. So wherever there are words underlined, I've adapted those to make it into the summer story. There might be some other words that have been changed as well. So it now reads, "I want summer to go on for eternity," shouted the girl. They played all day until Eliza heard her father shouting for her. "I must go now," she muttered unhappily. "Goodbye," said the boy. "Let's play tomorrow," changes into "Farewell," whispered the girl. "Can we play tomorrow?" That night, as Tom gazed out at the starry winter world, he heard distant voices call from the mountains, but he didn't see the pale figure sitting beneath his window. Becomes, that evening, as Eliza peered out at the clear summer sky, she heard voices in the distance calling from the meadow, but she didn't see the tan shadow crouching beside the shed. The next day, Tom went outside. The boy was waiting. He took Tom to a forest where icicles hung like chimes. Animals and birds crept out of the forest to listen. That becomes, the following day, Eliza went into the garden. The girl was waiting. She took Eliza to the sand dunes where the wispy wind whistled between the flickering reeds. Hares and dormice crept out to listen. "Do you hear a sad voice calling?" asked Tom. But the boy shook his head. This changes to, "Can you hear a sad voice calling?" mentioned Eliza, but the girl shook her head. The following day, Tom played with the boy again. They found a reindeer stag. They both climbed on. That becomes, the next day, Eliza played with the girl again. They found an enormous albatross. They both climbed on. With a snort of frosty breath, the reindeer galloped off, carrying them to a ravine of frozen waterfalls. That becomes, with a call of ocean breath, the albatross launched itself, carrying them to an island deserted by humans and full of amazing seabirds. So as you can see, the structure of each sentence has pretty much stayed the same. It's just some of the words that have changed. So that's what mimicking is.